What is crack-a-lackin', ladies and gentlemen? It is time finally for the May 2018's used PC parts hunt of the month. Quick recap of last month, however, we got that 980 Ti. We got it for a really good price, gave it some tech yes loving in a recent video, and it is running absolutely fine. We also picked up that i3 machine with a pretty good H55GB motherboard. Since then, I've got an X44 Xeon for it, so stay tuned for a build with that little thing as well. Looking forward to what price performance magic we can do with it. Though this month, we are on the hunt for practically everything. Graphics cards, PCs, even monitors. So without further ado, get your PC parts hunting capes on, and let's go hit those deals.
Today's video is brought to you by PCForge.tech, with the ability to view your PC parts in 3D and also customize a build before you even begin building or purchasing any parts. It definitely has a very useful purpose in today's world of building custom PCs. This is a Kickstarter project in its initial phases, so if you want to go and support this awesome project, then the links are in the description below.
So now I've sifted through all the deals, and this month around the graphics cards, really there's not a whole lot of good deals going on, but there is some really good deals on monitors and desktop PCs. And of course, as last month you guys requested, I do a Scottish accent, so I've been practicing a little bit since then, and we're going to give them a call and see if they'll take me offers. So the first deal we're pulling up here is a Ryzen 5 1600X. It's got a B350 motherboard, got 16GB of DDR4 memory, 500GB SSD as well, really good power supply from EVGA, H115i cooler from Corsair, and an NZXT S340. All we'd have to do is add in a really solid graphics card, and we could make a profit on this thing if we flip it. So 800 Australian dollars, we're going to drop in 680 Australian dollars. And of course, an Australian dollar is weaker than a US dollar, so that would bring it down to like 500 USD, which is an absolute bargain for something of this specs. Here I am getting my Scottish accent a bit of a workout, and Adam doesn't even have a phone number. So we'll just drop in an offer. So the next deal we got up here is again a whole PC with an i5 4590, 8GB of DDR3, H97 motherboard, 120GB SSD, also some pretty good other specs like 700 watt power supply. Also looks like it's got a pretty solid cooler on board. So I'm going to drop in an offer of 380 Aussie for the 1050 Ti included and see if he'll take it.
Hello.
Hello, Jason.
Oh, hi. Are you calling about the computer?
Yes, mate. How's it going?
Well, I think I've just sold it with the 1050 Ti.
Oh, how much did you get for it?
Just 400. It's really not a...
Mate, I'm just wondering, mate. What about the 650 Ti?
Well, I've actually got my computer as well, and I'm trying to reduce my life down to, like a suitcase, basically. So.
Yo, what's up, man? On a Monday morning, you're yawning, and it's 11 AM. Sun's blazing.
Take it easy. Okay, that was really weird. Jason was a really nice guy, and he's talking a lot, and I can't really talk much because I'm trying to hold down this accent, and I'm worried that I'm breaking the accent or whatnot. But that was crazy. But basically, someone already offered 400, so they came $20 over my offer, which for 400 Australian, that's a really good deal for the PC with a 1050 Ti in it anyway. Someone's going to get a really good gaming PC for that money. But also, he did have some spare leftovers and stuff, so I'm going to talk with him about what he's still got, see if I can get any bargains out of him, because he seemed like a really cool dude. But let's get on to the next deal. So next up here, we've got a GTX 970 from Gigabyte, the Windforce edition, not the G1. The G1, I believe, had the back plate, and in my opinion, at least from my testing I did in the past and people I spoke with, it was a better binned card too. So we're going to drop in an offer of 180 Australian since he's asking 220. 180 is not a bad price for a 970, but in previous parts hunts, I've never picked up a 970 for a decent price, but we're going to give it a shot, guys.
Jamil.
Isn't available right now. Please leave a detailed message after the tone. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1.
Okay, so the guy said his name was Joseph, but when the voice answering it said Jamil, I might just stay clear of this one, guys. Let's move on to the next deal. So the next deal we got up here is a GTX 1050 Ti. Not really a deal at its current price of 200 Aussie, but if we put in an offer of say 135, that'll bring it down to around 100 USD, around those figures, and at that price, it's actually a pretty good deal.
Hello, Travis speaking.
Hello, is this Travis?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, mate, I see you got an ad up here on Gumtree for a GTX 1050 Ti.
Yep.
Yeah, mate, well, what's the lowest you got on it?
I've already got someone coming to pick it up for 200.
Oh, that's a really good deal, mate.
Yeah.
No worries, mate. Oh.
Yeah, good luck, man. I know I was looking for a long time, like, to upgrade from it. It was such a good little card, but I just sort of bit the bullet and bought a 1080 Ti.
That's bloody awesome, mate. Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, good luck with your scour.
Thanks, mate. Catch ya.
Yeah, you have a good one.
Bye. Did I just hear that right? 200. Someone came in and paid asking price for that 1050 Ti. That's, man, it must be a desperate game at the moment for some of these graphics cards. I mean, he would have clearly taken like 180 at the very least. He sounded like he was surprised too that he got 200 bucks for that card. So maybe we shouldn't even bother hunting any more graphics cards. But that being said, we still have a few more deals to get through. So the next potential deal we've got up here is an i5 760, which is a 4-core in an Acer case, and hopefully that case has a decent power supply and motherboard. It's also got a 2TB hard drive installed, so all we'd have to do is add in a decent graphics card. But it's asking 170, so if we can drop in an offer of say 120, that would really make it worthwhile and actually a really good deal.
Hello?
Hello, is this Dean, mate?
Yep.
Says you got an i5 desktop here on Gumtree for 170.
Yeah.
Mate, what's the lowest you'd do for me?
Oh, God, I've been asked this many times. Probably 150.
Yeah, I got cash and I can come pick it up today, if it's not a problem with you. Just it depends
Not a
on...
problem, no.
Yeah, it just depends on...
probably do.
Sorry, mate, it just depends on the price, you know?
150.
150 is the lowest you go?
Yeah, mate, I brought it off Gumtree 2 years ago at 300, and I've upgraded a little bit, so I think, half price is fair enough of what I've done it with an upgrade, so...
Completely understand, mate, yeah. I was going to offer, say, 130.
Sorry?
I was going to offer 130.
I'll meet you in the middle.
So 140.
Mm.
Yeah, just a bit tight on cash.
Oh, well. Keep chopping, no worries, dude.
Alright, mate, thanks a lot.
Alright, okay. Bye.
So he wanted 150 for it. We got down to 140, so I might send him a text and see if he's interested in taking the 140. I mean, I'd love to check it out and see what's inside that PC, but we have picked up better deals in the past. Of course, it depends. I'll just send him a few texts, ask him if the hard drive's still relatively new, what's the hard drive about, because if the hard drive's still pretty good, it would make it worthwhile. But right on the fence with that deal. But let's try and pick up some other stuff. So now the next deal we got up here is a 1080p monitor. They're asking 75 AUD. We're going to drop in an offer of 50, and for a 1080p monitor at that price, that's a really good deal. Especially since a lot of people, when I sell PCs, they always ask if I've got a monitor, and it definitely adds to the value. Sometimes it can even be the deal breaker that sells you that PC, and if you can pick it up cheap enough, then why not?
Hello, Mitchell speaking.
Oh, hello Mitchell, how's it going, mate?
Oh, good, thank you.
I see you got an ad here on Gumtree for a Asus V, a 24-inch monitor.
I actually forgot to take that down. I actually sold it this morning.
How much did you get for it?
I got 55, I think, yeah. He offered 50, but I got him up to 55.
That's a pretty good deal, mate. Yeah, I was going to pay about the same for it.
Yeah. So sorry, I already sold it. I'll take that down now. I actually forgot.
No problems, mate. Thanks for your time.
Sorry about that.
Have a good one. Bye.
You too, bye.
Okay, we missed out on that deal as well. So someone has woken up on Saturday morning and they are doing the rounds. It's about midday here where I'm at now. So I'm clearly missing out on some deals here. But we're gonna try one more monitor, and if that's gone, then I know exactly what's going on. And then next up here, we've got a monitor, but there's actually no number to call, but it's a Samsung 1080p monitor, similar to the Asus. No one's dropped in an offer yet, so perhaps actually someone hasn't come in and try to pick this monitor up. So we're gonna drop in an offer of $60, see if they'll respond. So now there's actually no more listings on Gumtree that I would be interested in. There are some sellers asking way too much for some of their graphics cards, or at least what I would pay. And it does look like it's a seller's market. It does look like there's a lot of people who are interested in picking up used deals. But like I said in the previous parts hunt, you can get GTX 1060s for around 250 AUD, which really trumps all the value of these used graphics cards, especially a 1050 Ti for 200 bucks. So I'm kind of confused what's going on, but
Hello?
hello, is this Vanessa?
Yes?
See, you got an ad here on Gumtree for a PC for $60.
Oh, yeah.
Can I come and get it today for say 50?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, could you... Oh, sorry.
Yeah. But what time exactly? Because, yeah, I might be out in town for a while, so I need to know when.
I'm from the Gold Coast, so I'll come and get it, say, in a couple of hours, if that's okay.
Yeah, okay. Oh, the only thing is, have you read the description? It switches itself off every 15 minutes.
That's absolutely no problem.
It would need some repairs, yeah, but if you are an IT specialist, then you would know what to do.
That's absolutely no problem.
Yeah.
Thanks, Vanessa. I'll come and get it.
Yeah. Do you want me to post you to SMS you the address?
Yes, please. Okay, so I didn't practice my accent for a couple hours, and I could feel during that call that it was going very rusty, but we've got a deal here, and we get to diagnose some problems, but it's an absolute bargain for the price. I just think it's overheating. That's usually the problem when it switches off after 15 minutes. But let's go pick up some deals. So now we just got back from the drive and we picked up this monitor here for 60 Aussie dollars. They also threw in a keyboard as well. So that's a pretty good pickup. But I did get a message from a subscriber while I was in between all this, and they were on the Gold Coast, Carlos. And he said, look, Brian, I've got some parts that I don't need anymore. And some of them don't work, some of them do work. I want you to have them. And that was a really big donation. Thank you very much. This is probably one of the coolest things here, the GTX 460. And it's a Cyclone edition. I can only stand it up vertically. It doesn't stand up any other way. Also got some DDR3 memory. That's for an X58 motherboard. 6 sticks of 2 gigabytes. It's gonna make 12 gigabytes for a build. Also got 2 DDR2 sticks here and a GTX 750 as well, and a level 10 mouse. He says it doesn't work anymore. He wants me to do a video and see if I can repair a mouse. So if you guys wanna see me try repair a mouse, then I might as well give that a shot. And then there's an external DAC. And this is a really cool thing here. This case, an old school thermal take armor. So he said this thing is messy, it's dirty, wants to see some yes magic, wants to see a build come out of this thing. So I'll see if we can restore this really dirty case and give it some tech yes loving and see what we can do with it. But in terms of the deals themselves, we've only got one deal. That PC that I called up before, that was phenomenal value, but it's all the way up in Bundaberg. And that is literally like a 5-hour drive one way. So 10 hours, all the gas that I'd have to waste to go get that thing, it wouldn't even be worth it after that. But imagine if someone's in Bundaberg, they've got to go pick up that PC. But also there is tomorrow as well. So we're gonna wait and see if some messages come back between now and instead of midday tomorrow and see if we can pick up any more deals, because even though it's not a complete bust, it's getting close to that. We can't do a used PC parts hunt without getting like some juicy used PC parts, can we?
Phone call, Mr. Plankton.
And the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day.
So it's now Sunday and it's getting into the late afternoon and all those deals have practically fell through. Even the deal from Dean, he got back to me with a photo of the internals of that computer and unfortunately it had an OEM motherboard in it. So that was ringing alarm bells for me because you can't overclock your X3430s or X3440 Xeons on those motherboards. So really the potential of that deal is not really there. Also, in terms of the graphics cards and other stuff, you saw that live, it fell through. Jason never got back to me as well. That was the first person who I called. He said that he had some parts available, but something happens. I have no idea. But I did manage to line up one deal for tomorrow, and that is a pretty good PC. It's just over $300. So if I can land that, that'll be awesome. But in general, I knew this day was coming. I've honestly been way too lucky in the previous month's parts hunts, and it's just a statistical chance where I'd run into bad luck, and that's exactly what happened this month around. I mean, I didn't get some of those deals, just got edged out by other people getting in earlier. Also, other deals just fell through. So it's just one of those days, one of those months, but it's not to worry, because in 1 week's time, I'll be going to Taiwan for Computex, but also I'm getting in there early, and we're going on a used PC parts hunt over there. And I've also got a contact in Taiwan who says he knows where all the good spots are. So stay tuned for that. And later on tonight as well, I'm teaming up with Danny from Nerd on a Budget, and we're gonna do a Deal Hunters showcase as well. Special live stream. Told you guys I was bringing a new episode into the channel to sort of complement the monthly deal hunts. So if you wanna see that live, make sure you click the email bell. You'll get notified as soon as we're live streaming, hopefully if YouTube system's not broken. But look forward to giving you that live stream, hopefully in about 4 or 5 hours after this video is launched. And also up on Twitter, I posted up a tweet of me during the deals hunt, just asking if you guys had any ideas. And thank you guys so much for the replies. I did check out literally all those parts that you guys suggested on that thread, and I couldn't find anything. I came up empty-handed. It was a bust. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, then be sure to hit that like button. Also be sure to check out today's video sponsor, PCForge.tech, with their 3D rendering software to get an idea of what a PC build would look like, and also snap things into place before you even build a PC. And lastly, let us know in the comment section what accent you want for next month's part hunt, besides the Taiwan part hunt. So there's gonna be 2 parts hunts next month, so stay tuned, and I'll catch you in another tech video very soon. Peace out for now. Bye.